Imagine it's 2 in the morning and you find yourself at a desolate gas station in some port of Italy. And suddenly a longing for home hits you. The laughs of your children and the warmth of your wife. Well, it's time to brush those feelings aside because we have a job to do here. Welcome to Truck Sim Diaries. In this video series, I record my Euro Truck Simulator 2 gameplay and I use it as a backdrop for my unscripted thoughts on what's going on in my life and the world around me. Sometimes I will have a lot to say, sometimes I will just comment on the gameplay, and sometimes I'll just be quiet. Either way, I'm glad you're here, so let's hop in the truck and see if we can get out of here. And we are in the middle of a job here because if you watched last time, I had to hop out and take care of some family stuff. I had to take my kids, my daughter to piano class and my son to the dentist. Well, let's take a look at the map. So we're here in Bari. We started off down here in Kalamata, up to, in last episode, up to, I want to say Loania, but that's an I, so it's Ioania. I'm having trouble with this one. Took the ferry over to Bari, and that's where I had to sign off. So the last stretch of this job is from where we are now in Bari up to Parma here. We're going to deliver the olive oil to this. Well, I can't read that. The job is 19 tons of olive oil. We have 749 kilometers to go. We got fuel for twice that. We need to rest in 12 hours, ETAs, and 10 hours of in-game time. We got about 34 minutes of real-world time driving to do, so not much left for this job. All right, let's do this. And I've got an early morning going. It is Saturday morning here. I was so beat yesterday, both me and my wife were, so we were just watching this game show on TV and then, well, that was it. Just woke up early and man, fuck, I love waking up early. I love going to bed early and I love waking up early. That is how I want to live my life, and most of the time I do. So my kids, they're 7 and 9 now, and for the better part of, I don't know, year or two, they do just fine by themselves. Like, they wake up, they make breakfast. They don't need as much, you know. When they were little kids, they needed help with everything. The first thing they did when they woke up was to come get you. So I've never really been a morning person, nor have I been a night owl. I just kind of been, like, kind of without a real purpose or routine for the most part. Like, it could be either or, but ever since I got kids, obviously I had to become a morning person because they were. Plus with my job, I'm up early and stuff like that, so I guess that's just normal. But when they were little, like little baby kids, toddlers, they were up like excruciatingly early. You were up like 4:30 every day. And I honestly, I don't miss the when they were that small and needed help with everything, because it was nice, but I wouldn't want to do that again. I never fully enjoyed the little baby era. However, I do miss the really, really early mornings. And I really do enjoy the going to bed early too, because it's nice to be really tired because you got up and did a lot of things during the day. So yeah, maybe that'll be it's just one more step towards becoming an old man. Just being up really early. So I miss the days when my kids woke me up early. The days were so long because you did so many things. Everything was an adventure. And now it's, getting close to... My daughter is showing signs of teenager. So there's that. And I want to make a shout out here to a viewer, Captain Arianas. I call him Cap. And this is a great guy. Loyal follower, always giving me motivational comments and stuff. Thank you, Cap, for taking the time. All of you, thank you for taking time with this. But you, Cap, the interactions, I really appreciate it. Also, I got 2 questions from Cap here. First question is, what's your opinion on the EV trucks? And do you have any in Euro Truck Simulator? And that's, if you don't know what that is, that's electric trucks. And my opinion on electric trucks is, well, they're perfectly fine. It's pretty cool to, like, when I see them in real life, I can enjoy the tech, because they're so strong and they're so quiet. Most of the electric trucks I see in real life are, kind of the smaller delivery trucks, single rigid truck, no trailer, the kind of city delivery trucks, whatever. And I think it's fascinating, and I think it's really cool. With electric vehicles in general, I drive an electric car, so I'm all for it. However, when it comes to the game, I don't drive them because, well, this. It's just something about the sound of the droning engine. I am not a motor person. I'm not against the electrification of road vehicles. Quite contrary, I'm all for it, but in this game I want to really enjoy the droning sound of an engine. However, we're coming up on 1,000 hours in this game. And when I was like, I remember when I was like, well, thinking like maybe I should start playing Euro Truck Simulator, and I was looking at YouTube videos and stuff like that. I was really into the electric trucks, and I, in my head, I thought that was going to be my first, my first truck. Unfortunately, the charging network and kind of the administration that goes around driving an electric truck is not portrayed in Euro Truck Simulator. There are no charging stations. It's not really a thing. I can see how that would be fun. To be like, well, I guess you would combine charging with rest and just you have to look for not only gas stations, but you also have to look for charging. The gas stations with charging capabilities. Much like in real life, because, I kind of geek out on this truck stuff. So I got this I got this truck business magazine that comes like every other month or so, and they talk a lot about the struggles of truck drivers that they have in real life. And one of the struggles is that I was reading up on last episode was rest stops. How no one wants to pay for the rest stops, so the rest stops are getting fewer and fewer. All the while, you're not allowed to stop and rest wherever you want. So truck drivers run into this very real problem of they have to make their delivery on time, but they're not allowed to drive because they need to rest, but there's no place to rest. And that's a fucking shame, and I would not want to be in that situation, because that's some fucking... Wow, we got something happened here. Oh, there was a crash. Oh, and a flip. Jesus. So that was a very real problem, and it just so happens this month's episode that just came in the mail like yesterday or something. They were talking about just how the charging network, the network of chargers for trucks, is really underdeveloped. I mean, the trucks exist and companies want to drive them. However, if there's no place to charge it, you can't go. So that's a pretty short answer on my opinion on the EV trucks. I think they're cool. They're not for me yet. They might be at a later time. I would have to have some... Well, I guess I could try one. I mean, they exist in the game. You just can't... I don't think you can own them, at least. Not yet. They may, who knows what SES software is going to do. They're... they run their own... They run their own show. God knows. I'm willing to try it. But I think that if it doesn't have a rewarding in-cab sound, like in-cockpit sound, I might just go back to the V8, because this sound here, it tickles my autism in just the right way. And the next question from Cap is, how do you enjoy Halloween events? In Euro Truck Simulator, what he's talking about is, in Euro Truck Simulator, there's Christmas and Halloween, and there's like these different events that the company runs. And you can participate in this event in your game. Like, it's offline, but it accumulates it accumulates in an online kind of, so you make deliveries and it accumulates together, so like the community helps. So SES software is like, you have to make 1,000 deliveries of Halloween pumpkins to this place, and I make 10 and you make 10, and together you get the idea. Now, for winter and Halloween, normally they make this special world that you can teleport to. That is like, I guess Halloween is this like spooky, little map. That is, it's not like it's this fairy tale place, and the same with Christmas. Like it takes you to this, Santa Claus's village or whatever. Not a huge fan of that. I like my boring European roads to be the way that they are, and I don't want to play games. It's serious business, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's that. I do not participate in those events that have this special alternate reality world that you teleport to do something. It's not for me. I don't enjoy it very much, so I just kind of skip those over. But on some occasions, I do some of the events. And last time it's almost, well, I guess it was 9 months ago or whatever, when we did the what is it called? Valentine's Day thing. You can go back if you want to watch that. I did this Valentine's special thing, and I made it into a love letter to my wife. So that was fun, but I'm too focused on these contracts to do the themed stuff. But again, man, thank you for the interactions, thank you for the views, thank you for taking the time. Like, I really appreciate it, Cap. Thanks. And I hope you have been enjoying the sunrise as much as I have in this beautiful highway drive. Like, it was so long, like, since we did this, we got a long stretch of highway, uninterrupted highway like this. I almost feel like I want to take the next off-ramp and just go straight back, because it's so nice just to be in a high gear. Just churning down the miles like this. It is so nice just watching that fuel efficiency. We are down to 32.3 liters per 100. So we're doing well. And like in Greece, there's been obviously none of this. Just this twisty roads. I don't think we're in 12th gear now. And we have been for the last couple, last couple minutes at least. And I don't think I've been in 12th gear once. In Greece, I'm not sure, but yeah, there hasn't been much of this. So, like I said, I took my son to the dentist. And man, that has been quite a story with me and the kids' dentists. And they've been they've been, we've not had the best experiences. My daughter was fucking traumatized when she had to pull one of her tooth out, and it all happened very fast, and the dentist couldn't really, well, there were severe communications issues. My daughter wasn't traumatized. I was fucking traumatized. Daughter was fine. But, yeah, that was, it all happened very fast. And it was like, well, she's got this issue with her tooth and we need to do something about it. They just pulled the tooth out. And I was like, what the fuck? It was fucking weird. This was a long time ago. And then there was this other dentist, and he wasn't very, you know, it's been a touchy subject for me. Yeah, I get really frail when it comes to my kids. So I need a lot of, you know, I need a lot of support from whomever I'm interacting with. And then out of the blue, this young female dentist this young dentist shows up as the kid's new, you know, appointed dentist or whatever. And she's fantastic. Like, she is this warm, caring person. She explains, she talks directly to the kids, and like, she's like this, she's more like a grade teacher than a dentist. Just great. And she's got this crew of, I don't know what the rest of them are called, but whatever a nurse would be in that situation. And it turns from this, like, for me, this horrific situation to this thing that I look forward to, because I get to, you know, we get to do the thing with the good, you know, the great dentist. And it just warms my heart to see her interact with the kids. And she's really professional, and she's, you know, I get to thinking sometimes when it comes to teachers and doctors and whatever, you know, sometimes, well, I guess there's this balance that you need to find between, you know, how it's not always best to have the person with the most experience, because they tend to have the oldest knowledge, which may be outdated. So I'm all for, you know, younger people taking over, because their knowledge is newer. They do lack maybe years and years of experience, but that's not always a bad thing, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. So yeah, man, this dentist, she's great. And I've told her, like, she needs to, because we don't go there very often. My son has this, to say that it's a condition with his teeth is a bit of a stretch, but he's got a, you know, he's got a thing that we need to keep an eye on. So he needs to go to the dentist, you know, a little bit more often. And that means twice a year, maybe once a year, like a couple months earlier than what he normally would have, like at that frequency. But, yeah, I told her, like, she needs to hit me up if she's, because this dentistry where we go, I don't know if dentistry is a word, but you know what I mean, this dentist place that we go to, in general, both, you know, dentists and their regular, you know, health staff, they quit. So it's always a new face, almost. So obviously they got some kind of problem. So I'm afraid that this dentist is gonna quit and start a new job somewhere else. And I told her that if she does, she needs to find a way to contact me. Obviously, she has my number, but she needs to tell me where, you know, she needs to tell me where she's going. Because I don't care if she moves to another city, we'll fucking go there. And this is kind of, this is important to take with you, because this is the kind of person that you want to be. This is the kind of person that I try to be at work. And I've been feeling like my good guy points have been up this week. I've had a guy who's learning to become an electrician. He's in school and he has to do this on-the-job training. I'm an electrician, so he rides with me. And when I talk to him, like, this is not his first time. It's like he's been out for a couple weeks with some other people. And I'll talk to him like what he's been doing. And unfortunately, he hasn't got to do much. Because the way things work in my line of work is that you're supposed to harass the new guys. And this is like, it just shows how few steps forward we've taken in so many aspects of this world. How fucking ruthless it can be to just try something new in life. Because he's obviously in a vulnerable position, because he needs to learn. And I know that this is an adult we're talking about. It's not a kid. So in Sweden, there are two ways to start working as an electrician. One, you go through like high school. You do your electrician's education as part of high school or college, maybe it's called. I don't know. When you're like a teenager, at the late teens, the last bit of well, I guess the last bit of school that you do before you go to the university, that would be grades 10, 11, and 12. Or you could do it as an adult, like I did. And that's 1 year of school, and then you're like an apprentice for a couple years. And this is what he's doing. So he's doing the same thing that I did. And I know that people eat these guys alive, both young and new, and old new guys, and they're it's this constant harassment, and just I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It is not me. It is not how I want, how I want the world to work. So obviously, I'm trying to do better, and I'm actually teaching this guy, like, letting him try to. When we've got something that we need to do, well, I'm gonna let him do it, and I'm gonna let him use his head to figure it out. I'm gonna watch him and like give him pointers when he needs them, but and he was very thankful, and oh shit, brake pressure is low. It's because the truck's all fucked up from the crash. Oh, it's over. Oh, I guess keep going. We got 7 minutes left until we're gonna unload this cargo. Yeah, this guy was really thankful for me taking care of him, and I, of course I will do that, but it's just sad that not everyone does this. We need to strive to make the world a better place, and in whatever means we can. And if that is, stopping a war, then do that. And if it's holding up the door for someone, then fucking do that. It just pisses me off so much that people are fucking mean to each other. Fuck each other over. Maybe it's my fucking autism, but I don't fucking get it. Like, why would you wanna screw someone over just for the fucking point of screwing someone over? For a couple laughs at someone else's expense? That's fucking humiliating. I don't know. I keep telling my coworkers to fuck off when they do this shit, but they never do. They're still around. Fucking assholes. So anyway, that's fun to like watch this guy grow, and because I can tell that he does, because when he came to me, like he was like, "Oh, so you're so and so? I'm gonna ride with you." He's like, it's this fucking frail, expecting, you know, the next asshole. I don't look very nice. I got this. I suffer from a resting bitch face. I always look angry and upset. It is just how I look. I have come to terms with it. People are going to think that I'm angry, upset, and an asshole. And sometimes I don't talk as much as I do here. Let's just put it that way. And I may, you know, come across as a little stoic. So if I don't put in an effort to look happy and smile, I will look very angry, and I will come across as very upset and angry and rude. But that's fine. It's a part of who I am. Normally, people realize this pretty quickly, thankfully, but not always. And I bet you he thought I was another guy who's gonna fuck him over, but not on my watch, pal. So yeah, it's been great. It's you know, teach them some tricks of the trade and kind of how to approach a problem. Not like, I like teaching people who want to learn something. So I'm trying to teach him to think for himself. So I'm not gonna say first do this and then do that to solve this problem, because I'm not gonna give him a fucking script to follow, because that's not gonna help him. And I can also tell that since he's learning and he's trying to pick up, like he needs to fucking learn, because he needs to go apply for a job, so he needs to get fucking proficient, which is not easy when you're, you know, fresh. Because if you're an experienced electrician, you can get a job anywhere, but if you're not, then fuck, man, you're on your own. This is nothing. Like, we're you know, safe and well fed, so we got nothing to complain about. But yeah, this life can be it's not easy to be an adult. Let's just put it that way. So it's good to see how, like, I am growing his confidence by helping him out, by giving him mental tools to approach a problem, not, you know, not a step-by-step solution to a problem, because that's not going to make him, you know, think for himself. That nice bridge. So yeah, that's fun.
Right, and then exit right.
We're approaching the drop-off point. Man, it is like I am playing this game for the first time, because there's just so many. We've been in Greece for so long that, like, there's just so much new things. I love this.
Please watch the speed limit.
And it's going to be quite the adventure. Like where we're going. The contracts that we're doing now.
Caution. Please mind the speed limit.
Thankfully, we've been damage-free so far on this episode. We're still on the same job as last episode, though, which was
Get
fucked
ready
up.
to turn right.
So I am a little bit afraid of the stats for this job because it's not going to be pretty.
Turn right.
I don't understand what I'm looking at here. Evolution? Well, okay. So I guess this is the district that we're going to unload the olive oil.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Been playing so many combat simulators, and whenever I see trash bags on the side of the road like this, I think it's going to be an IED. Thankfully, there are no IEDs in your truck simulator, I think. I hope. Here we go. Tesoro Gustoso. That's where we're going with food. Looked like a food logistics processing company.
Turn right.
Axles go up, and in we go.
It was a nice ride.
Leave our slots over here. Well, this is us. go. I'm a little afraid of it, but let's unload. Take a look at some stats. Oh god. Okay. 1,323 kilometers. 32.4 liters per 100. Not what I was hoping for. Fuck, man, look at this. 10% damage. Oh, Jesus Christ. 1 hour and 21 minutes. From Iliorchos to Tesoro Gustoso in Parma. Odometer is at 243,975. So we're coming up in 250. That's nice. Olive oil. Planned 1,356. Real 1,323. So we actually went shorter than planned. That's pretty cool. Find. Collision. Tollgate. 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 Transport. Tollgate. One fine and so we made accident with another vehicle, yeah, and then collision. I didn't get fined for that one because it wasn't my fault, so that's good. This is the one from the turn because you remember I was taking a left turn and then I hit the other vehicle with the trailer and then the collision. That was fucking. Vehicle damage 8%, trailer damage 1%, cargo damage 1%. That was a fucking. I think this is the worst collision I've ever had in the game. Normally it's just a little bumps, but this one was a fucking crash. Anyway, 31,338 was our income. Taxes was 4,700. Other costs was 1,235. Fuel was 840. Damage cost was 4,000 credits. That's not good. Revenue 20,356. 4 stars out of 5. So that's, that's okay for being such an awful job. Damage, obviously, 4 stars out of 5. That's fucking generous though. Like 4 out of 5 stars for damage when I got 8% vehicle damage. 1% on trailer, 1% on the cargo. Can you fucking imagine? Anyway, distance 5 out of 5 stars. So that's good because we've not been having a lot of 5 stars on the distance lately. We went for over 1,000. Maybe that's the magic number. Fines 4 out of 5. Well, I get 1 fine. It's okay. Fuel economy 5 out of 5. So that's good. Mass was, well, it is what it is. 508 hardcore points. I'll take it. Thank you for taking the time with this. I really appreciate it. And remember to take care of yourself. You are important and you need to last for a long time. Bye.